Yo, yo, yo. Let me mute that mic before it becomes a problem.
Hello. I already turned it off.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Welcome to Graduates in Denial. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Devin.
And I'm Jay, the depressed must.
We didn't have... Jay isn't currently in the fucking image here because we forgot.
It's going to be another Noah situation where you guys just talk to a ghost.
Oh, man.
I'm watching the audio levels go, so I know you're here. You're real. You exist.
Oh, damn.
You're just... Your image doesn't exist, so you don't exist in, like, physical, like, images, but you exist in voice, so you are a ghost in that respect.
It's like a
Okay.
game theory. Janessa was a...
Was Janessa Sands?
Janessa was an AI the whole time.
Yeah.
Sorry for people on Twitch. We're just setting things up real quick as we do this. Streamcast is new for us, so you will have to give us a minute. Cool. Now I'm switching to the live view so I can actually see what the fuck our topic list is. And so I can change things as we do it. One more thing I have to do, and then we'll be 100% good to go. Should have done this before the stream, but you know what? Who cares? Who's paying attention to this shit?
I just saw like the have you seen the new stuff for the new Dragon Ball movie?
I haven't. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's fucking crazy.
Let me put my penis in Broly.
I love these topics, by the way. They're very high quality.
One of them is something.
Yeah.
Can furries really say it? Which furry can say it, Jay?
Well, more so like what is like, because I remember it was like if there's someone that's in a fursuit, like if they're like in a pit bull costume, can they say the N-word?
I don't know. Can
Mr.
DMX
Worldwide?
say the N-word?
DMX is
Too
black. Like what?
I'm black enough.
DMX is more man than dog.
Alright, so give me 1 sec.
You know, like his actual
Alright,
name is like more. It has nothing to do with like dogs or whatever. It's based on like a fucking production machine.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
DMX, more like... Woof.
DMX is a furry confirmed.
I just
man.
looked at Devin as I made that noise. This is what happens when you have two people in one room and the other person alive via Discord.
Oh man.
Boom,
sorry.
boom, 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 boom. Kill me. All right. So here's a couple things for anyone watching the stream. I'm about to send a link to the straw poll that we have up. You can see it. The question for the straw poll is our first topic. Is pain a gateway to good art? Me and Devin were talking a little bit about this earlier.
Yeah, we were like, so basically we were just like having a discussion about like kind of, you were talking about Linkin Park, right?
I was, yeah.
In regards
Why
to...
wouldn't I be?
Right. So like, do you want to refresh, like for those who haven't heard, like, well, for anyone that wasn't you and me, I guess like what you were saying in regards to like the like why you feel like would think Linkin Park's direction musically.
Yes, their direction from edge to pop. So essentially, for anyone who may have been under a rock for the last year and a half, Chester Bennington, lead singer of Linkin Park, committed suicide July 20th, 2017. I'm not going to give you the way he did it because that starts leading into stuff that you can't do on broadcast. But
Sponsored by Cutco.
Sponsored by Cutco. But there's a lot of theories. I mean, he's had a hard life. He got molested as a child for his entire life. He was on hardcore drugs and shit. He had a crazy fucking experience. But he was really attached to the music. They changed the type of music again to something that he was really attached to, and people just hated it right down the line because it was different from the heavy music they were used to. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of speculation that that's one of the things that led him to killing himself.
And that like they felt like that basically the music was too like pop like or too
it was too polished or something.
Too polished.
Ironically, the first song on the album is "Nobody Can Save Me Now," which is a fucking ballad about being suicidal.
Fuck.
Very ironic.
I don't know what's more of a red herring, that or Michael Jackson's "This Is It."
Jesus fucking Christ.
Like,
but
a little Easter egg.
So yeah. But it brought up the topic of, is pain a gateway to good art? And Chester wasn't really the main writer of Linkin Park. Mike Shinoda is the main writer of Linkin Park, so most of the lyrics are Mike. Because Mike is the edgelord in Linkin Park. Fucking Mr. 15%. 100% reason to remember the name.
Oh god, yeah.
Remember
the name on the check.
He's the one that wrote "In the end, it doesn't really matter."
And we were kind of just like
me trying to salvage my grades.
Like, and then I was trying to connect it to like kind of like I know like in rap or whatever, or like and also like R&B and stuff like that. Like, there's more of a preference to when like rappers and singers are doing fucking terrible in life.
Yeah.
Like fucking like I know a big one who's that people are there's like such a divide is like Tyler the Creator's music or whatever. Like, people prefer like, oh man, like why like
this is relatable.
Yeah, like, oh, like what the fuck, flowers and shit. What about when you were fucking on your grandmother's couch and depressed and didn't know your father? we want that, live that, talk about that. Like, or people wanting like Lil Wayne to go back on drugs.
It's just like, you were
Who
better
the fuck
when you were
wants
on.
That?
Ironically, Mac Miller said that in an interview.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Irony. On at 11.
Hey, if you just tuned into the podcast and you decide to leave because of that,
right? Like, I mean, it was like the topic of like the Teddy Perkins episode in Atlanta. Like, I like, do you feel like there is like do you feel like there's a correlation with pain and suffering and like good art?
all right. So, I definitely have an opinion on that.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that there is some correlation. I do think, like, at least it's not that pain leads to good art. I think a strong emotion leads to good art. Because you can be really fucking happy, the best place in your life, and make some really good music.
Yeah.
And you could want to fucking die tomorrow and make really good music.
Right.
It's like, it brings up the fucking Van Gogh question. Van Gogh spent his entire fucking life pretty much, he died at 37. I don't remember if he killed himself or not. But he was fucking depressed his entire life completely. Like, if there was therapy at the time, he would have been on every fucking like mental illness list. Stuff was crazy for him, and he made some incredible art, like physical paintings and stuff.
Yeah.
And people always go to like, well, Van Gogh was a tortured artist, so
Right.
obviously to make good art, you have to be tortured. Everyone talks about that, and they use the Van Gogh example. I'm like, but is that really a thing?
Is that why art schools are always edgy for no reason?
How many people do you think
Kind
are
of.
depressed at our school?
I mean, like, I feel like there's almost, I mean, like, the starving artist is, like, very much like it's a trope, but for some people, it's, like, an honored trope. Like,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I want that shit.
That's why everything is so expensive at our school store.
But it starts going down that line of, like, you start hitting, like, this is where we start deviating a little bit, right? You start to hit the line of, like, at what point is the trope treasured and at what point is it idealized? It's like, well, now I have to be a suffering artist
Right.
to like to be good and to be recognized. I have to suffer for my art. My art has to have my blood.
Right.
For some people, that's a literal thing.
Yeah,
that
or
they
like,
do.
or like, when is it like the fucking like the fucking Boondocks episode, like the first Stink Meaner episode when Huey had the realization that he was just a blind dude and not a blind swordsman, and had fucking Granddad beat the shit out of him. Like, I feel like for some cases it might just be like an interesting correlation more so than it is like a fucking like requirement.
Yeah. It's just like a lot of the people you hear about who are troubled tend to, if they're already in the spotlight, their troubles will be more in the spotlight.
Yeah.
So it becomes more of a story because it's an easier story to latch onto.
Right.
People
So
lean towards the negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
So there's
Jay.
actually, not to like go off on a rant about this, but actually, in this class we're reading this book called How to Make Love to a Negro Without Getting Tired, by Daniel Laferriere, and this whole book is about this black writer and his Muslim roommate. And how they prowl the streets of Montreal to have sex with women. That's the basic premise of this book. It got turned into a movie at one point, actually. I think this takes place during the 60s. The author does kind of like a self-insert. And it's actually really funny. Like, one of the scenes that happens towards the end of the book is he gets put on this talk show to talk about his book, and later down the line when the book actually gets published, he actually does go on a talk show, and the resemblance between the interview in the book and the interview afterwards, once the book comes out, is actually very striking and almost exactly to a T. But
Interesting.
towards the end of the book, you actually get the very last chapter of the book is like a 3 or 4 line prose that contradicts the rest of the book, as far as like the mindset of the author. It's like very poetic as opposed to the harsh reality of the rest of the book. And trust me, this like pertains to topics. Just like give me a second. But he's talking about how his like the manuscript for his novel is sitting on the table, and he tells himself it's his only chance to take it. Right, and the chapter is called "You're Not Born Black, You Get That Way." So for the concept of the tortured artist, as far as like the POC community is concerned, for a lot of people, they actually go through the process of being that kind of starving artist in order to get out of those kinds of situations. And like this kind of just reminds me of like how a lot of like say rappers talk about, especially like Kendrick Lamar, his song Fear, how he talks about how he went through being not necessarily beaten as a child, but he goes through remembering hunger and remembering going
like
through all these struggles and going through all these. So for a lot of people, yes, while they were tortured and they put a lot of those emotions into their art, I don't think people understand like why the concept of the torture starving artist is such a big thing, is because for a lot of people who are that and are struggling to get out of very bad situations as far as like class incomes and stuff like that, that's what they went through, and that's all they know how to write about. And that's all they know how to like put out like topics about. And that's for them, especially like we said, the relatability of like Tyler the Creator and him sitting on his couch being depressed at his grandma's house or whatever, that for a lot of people, because they're so relatable, their stuff sells. So for people to think that you, in order to sell your like art or whatever, in order to sell your music or whatever have you that you happen to be producing as an artist, because being an artist, or at least the term encompasses being more than just a musician, it's in order to be relatable, you have to pick a struggle that everybody understands. And more often than not, even if people are of better, class incomes or whatever, at some point, everybody has understood the concepts of fear. Everybody has understood the concepts of not really getting along with your family, especially the people who say, like Drake, we started from the bottom, now we're here, right? People who understand what it's like to come from literally nothing, go through hunger, go through fear, go through all that stuff. And because of that, it makes everything that they put out relatable. And sorry to like go off on a tangent, but like that really reminded me of like the concept of like how you're adding me to the stream.
Yeah. No, like I mean, like yeah, I definitely agree. Like I feel like there's like always like the sense of like the relatability. I do think in regards to rap in particular is very unique in that like
please make me very sorry to cut you off, but please make me as tiny as possible.
Yeah, I got you. Also, I gotta respond to our friend in a minute after we're done here.
Yeah.
So I can say what she said on stream.
Yeah. But yeah, like in regards to like rap in particular, like it's very like interesting because I feel like there is like a sense of like relatability through like pain and adversity. Like even like I was like watching, like I've been on such a binge. Like I love like Quality Control, like the label or whatever. But like I like especially like their CEO. Like I was listening to him do an interview, and he was like kind of like emphasizing like when he like discusses with his artist or whatever. Like he was with Lil Baby or whatever, and he was saying like like you have to give up like whatever you get is only as good as what you're willing to sacrifice or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like pain and like sacrifice is like almost essential to anything that's like good or that like any like type of reward. Like it's like the idea of like what like how good would heaven be if you didn't have to die. Like,
yeah.
So like I kind of wonder if that's like the same with like art. But it's also just like a bit weird. I feel like there's a difference between like relating to someone because they're struggling and wanting someone to like go back to something because the art isn't reflecting it. Like it's like I feel like there's a difference between like yo like I love Moneybagg Yo because I never, was in the trenches or whatever, I can relate to having to like grind versus being like, yo, I'm really fucking annoyed that fucking Tyler the Creator wants to rap about being gay in these fucking Stevie Wonder flips. Yo, get back to that shit when you were depressed, or yo, my nigga, go back to going on drugs, or oh, like, man, Keisha Cole just got a divorce. This album's gonna be fire. Like, I feel like there's a bit of a difference between like relating to someone and like hoping that the art turns out good because you just went through something shitty, like
Yeah. So I'm going to just quickly transition to our friend Underworld Queen, who for you two is Ariel. You all know her. She said, as a psychologist and someone who dabbles in art, this is a very complex question to answer just yes or no to. Fair. She voted depends in the poll. Yeah. Would you like to explain more of that in the chat? But while you do that, I guess I'll kind of dabble a little bit on that myself. It is obviously very complicated. This is not just a yes or no. I know there's some people who are just like, yeah, fuck. It's good when it's sad, so you stay sad.
Right.
There are people who legitimately think like that. That's why this topic came up to begin with.
Yeah, I think like having like
it's either one or the other for some people.
Yeah, because I feel like it's like, for some people it's like, oh, pain is necessary, in order to like to suffer is to know like what you really want, but also to be happy is kind of like like I feel like some people believe that like, oh, like if you're happy, like you're gonna be able to create your best work or whatever. So like I think it is very interesting. I mean, it's also kind of more of like a more of like a snap question more than it is kind of like a like a short answer question. Like it's kind of just like, oh, if you think so, if you don't, either or is like fine, I guess.
Take your blue book out. Fucking three page essay on this.
Right, yo.
3 pages isn't enough, but you know what? This final is ending right now, so take your fucking blue book out and fill that shit up.
Yeah.
Right the fuck now.
This case is for both.
That's true.
I mean, if this helps, honestly, you guys just helped me fill like half of my project that I was bitching about earlier. So.
Hey. But as a Van Gogh, I'm joking. I just want to anecdote real quick because I think it's funny. I find this question really funny. I wouldn't call anything I do art, but I definitely am more creative when I'm depressed, without a doubt. More creative when I'm depressed. And then I write stuff that Devin reads and probably shouldn't read.
And I proceed to ask Jonathan, would he like a hug?
I may have been very, very upset on Tuesday, and I might have written something that may or may not be construed as a note that you shouldn't read. But, if the MTA, if you lose your MetroCard, fuck the MTA. That's all I'm going to say.
It's never being late. The delay is every day.
Yeah.
But I definitely do get more I get more creative when I'm depressed, and this is coming from someone who writes and makes music and stuff. I feel like my better material does come from when I'm more upset.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've written something happy, and that's not because I don't try to. It's just I click more that way right now. That's where my brain is wired, and that's how I say it. And I prefer that type of material right now.
Yeah.
Maybe when I feel better and I'm in a better position, I'll prefer the other material. But I think it also depends on what your mind is at the time and how you're doing and how your fans are doing at the time, what they relate to and stuff.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be saying, "Hey, fucking make depressing music because you need it because it's good."
Yeah.
But like, if they prefer the depressing stuff, they prefer the depressing stuff.
Right.
There's no denying the reality either.
Yeah. Like I feel like, especially as someone like who writes, like I feel like it's like a lot of what what people write from generally comes from either experience or research or well done research. So it's kind of like you can draw from pain or whatever, but I'm not necessarily sure if it's the gateway, because if it's if like there's, I feel like you can take the pain and like make something, you can make art from it, but I feel like if not done clearly or well, it can still be bad art. Yeah. But that's also subjective, but it can still kind of be like, all right, well, like I feel like I feel like you can be in a situation like for instance, like Kanye. Like, I feel like 808s and Heartbreak is a really good and influential album, but it also draws from like very, like, you know, like the pain of, like, you know, losing your mom and losing, and like I believe like the engagement or whatever.
Mhm.
But, you know, it doesn't mean that if you were to kill my mom and, like, you know, have me break up with my girlfriend, that I'm also gonna come out with the 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
like it's not always a guarantee, and I feel like that's kind of I think that's kind of just like the danger to like the starving artist trope, in which people feel like it's kind of like this, like that it becomes almost like a substitute for the craft.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
I mean,
that's a danger.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and as far as starving goes, aside from like the literal sense of starving, like I was talking about earlier, I would read it more as just bouncing off of what you were saying, starving for a sense to be expressive, because in a like the way I'm reading what you've been telling me is more like, because like especially what you said, Jonathan, the better content you get out of yourself as far as like creativity goes, you are in a state of elevated emotions. So in that sense, yeah, because right now emotions that, not, I don't want to say rule your world, but have the most impact on you because of the circumstances and the situation that you happen to be in life. Being upset or being depressed or having extremely negative emotions resonates with you more right now than being happy, because you haven't been through an extended period of happiness in a while. But for some people who do have the privilege of that, the better content that they put out is about being happy and is about having that kind of thing. And I think as a part of, and I don't really think there's good art and bad art. All art is subjective. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of being expressive, because as your therapist probably has told you in the past, having some kind of a creative outlet, whether it's journaling or painting or whatever have you be it, being expressive in a creative sense does in fact help people. And that's just something to think about too, in terms of like being expressive, as far as like for your emotions, because most people will only put out stuff like this when they're having an extreme sense of an emotion, whether it be negative or positive.
I mean, I would say the same thing in regards to being manic.
Oh my God.
When you go into I find that I do my best work when I'm in a manic state. I find that if you give me space, you let me hyper focus and just get into a project. Being depressed gives me ideas that I can't act on. Being manic puts me in a position where I can just get that done. And then when my emotional state kind of cycles back to a depressed state, I have time to ruminate again in a way that may not be healthy, but can lead to better content. Also, hello, everyone.
Hi. Unexpected, but
I wasn't
very,
expecting your
very
voice.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been listening.
Nice.
I've been listening so quiet. You have no idea.
See, I have OBS currently on a certain thing, so I can't hear everything. So I had no idea if you were around or not. I'm cool with that. Also,
I
Harold's
actually
gonna jump
stalled
in.
my way into the stream.
It's all good.
Oh, speaking of which.
Hold on, I'm just throwing you in there somewhere. There we go.
So, like,
Thanks.
Although, Jess, I do have a question, like, for everyone. So, if you, like, I guess, like, in regards, like, there being, like, kind of, like, this sense of, like, emotional connection to the art through, like, going through this type of experience, what type of art do you feel like 6ix9ine is gonna come out with?
Are we switching? Are we switching?
now that he's
I don't think he's
doing,
gonna be. I don't think he's
Fed
gonna be making anything.
For at least the next 32 years. Maybe who knows?
Yeah, his trial date's set to 2019 September.
Good lord. I
Hold
mean,
on,
as far as like,
while you guys do that,
that's
I'm gonna change the
concerned-
topic name. Hi, Ariel.
Hello. Sorry.
Hi.
It's all good.
Oh,
There's a slight
this all
delay,
good.
so.
Yeah, no, this is all interesting to me. So as soon as I heard, and I was like, I love debates.
Debates.
I love debates. I love depression.
Me as fuck.
In mood.
I mean, are you asking me specifically or what?
I mean, I'm asking like in general, but yeah, but I know you said free 6ix9ine on the last stream, so
You did.
yeah. you know, how do you feel? Do you feel
Fuck,
like
it's
you
too
know
long.
someone might get the stiffy?
I'm doing
Oh.
live. Fucking... There we go. I'm very proud of the title of this next topic. I hope you know that.
I mean, I think as far as like 6ix9ine and art is concerned, that's a whole nother like aspect of that's another topic concerning like black masculinity and the concept of like post-colonialist ideals for black or POC men.
6ix9ine's not even black. That's the crazy part.
He's not, but like, which is weird. Well, here's the thing, right? When you
He also
talk
fucked
about
a 13-year-old, so. Yeah.
what? When you talk
Ooh.
about
But that's your boy, Jay.
fuck, no, he's not.
That's a thing.
Jay Floyd
My
with
boy
dreads.
outside of those situations.
Oh boy.
But you know, as far as like
6ix9ine,
that's
more
concerned,
like if she's 9. Well, 16.
More like
Wow.
nice.
6ix9ine more
Do
like
not clip that one.
Good.
6ix9ine more like subtract 6 from 9 and add 10.
Oh no.
I'll be
Damn.
perfectly honest. I was in my element talking about depression and art. I know nothing about 6ix9ine except that I thought that his name was pronounced 6699 for the longest time.
669.
Okay,
To be fair, that's really
the way
funny.
he
I
spelled.
love
It
it.
is-
Oh,
no, I
my
get
God.
That's
it.
the way
I get
it's
it.
spelled. I'm sorry.
Oh man,
thought
I
it
wonder
was
how
like
do you
an
think
echo.
fucking black is spelled?
What?
What are you? You're getting a phone call midstream here.
Oh,
Fucking
man.
Devin's getting a phone call, guys.
I want to phone a friend.
Answer it.
I'll call back. I'll call back.
No,
It's
you
like-
should answer it.
In the middle,
Live
in
on
the middle of a
It's
live
on speaker for the
podcast.
content.
Hello, caller. You're on the air.
He's gonna be like, my nigga, take
Do
me
it for
off
the
speaker. Like, why am I on speaker right now?
Hey guys, welcome to the Graduates in Denial podcast. We're restarting from the beginning because fuck everything else. We are sponsored by
So what's this about
Cutco.
furries?
I haven't even gotten to that yet.
I
We'll
mean,
get
but
there,
like,
don't
yeah,
worry.
Devin, if you read the discussion about 6ix9ine and his art, that's a really deeper discussion about, like rap and hip hop as a medium for POC communities, and like, I don't want to say black baiting, but black baiting.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was just trying to do the classy transition, but
That's me.
We can let's try a transition to. Let's transition to something else and come back to 6ix9ine because I feel like we need a whole podcast for that.
do we? I don't know.
Maybe not a whole
For
podcast, but we
6ix9ine?
need
No.
some shit.
I mean, like, I feel.
Some stuff should be said about 6ix9ine. I don't necessarily know if it needs to be a whole lot because everybody pretty much knows by now.
Somebody catch me up on what he does, please. I may be the only one here who is not super
Devin,
familiar
will you
with him.
give Noah the rundown on a, you know?
Is there a reason why you asked me in particular, Jay, to get
No.
Oh,
No.
I feel like we're scaling the POC scale. It's like, well, Devin is the darkest, so let's ask Devin.
So, yeah.
Devin is the blackest out of all of us, so I feel like no.
I'm not gonna get into why that needs to be unpacked, but essentially, like, yeah, basically, like 6ix9ine is like a very controversial rapper or whatever who's been very successful, but also very like problematic in regards to like he fucked a 13-year-old, got off on probation, broke the probation, still didn't get any Fed time, and now recently through he's recently got indicted off of a RICO charge as through affiliation through a gang a la Bobby Shmurda, and so
He's real?
now
Oh
he-
shit, that's right.
and so now like he currently is going to be set. His trial is currently set to September of next year with no bail.
Oh,
So he's gonna be sitting in jail that
Yeah,
whole
he's
time.
he's sitting in jail, and this is like the feds. It's like this isn't like fucking. This isn't like your local
Yeah, no.
court.
Yeah, this is a federal investigation. He can't get out of it.
Yeah.
There's no like.
yeah, he could serve life.
That's the thing. That's the thing that I knew about this was I heard essentially gangster rapper actually becomes a gangster to try to justify the rap, gets arrested, and now he's fucked.
Well, the issue is that
Yeah.
the thing is that like now
You're not supposed to do it the other way around. You're supposed to be the gangster first, and then you are done with that life, and then you move on, and then you get rich.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like a la
Yeah.
like Bobby Shmurda. Like basically, it's like the whole thing is now that like there's a lot of like tapes being drawn out that like basically saying like, yeah, this was all a gimmick or whatever, which honestly I don't know what kind of gimmick would make me fucking tattoo a 69 on my fucking face, and all over my body
Nice.
too. But yeah, like
I call it the Kama Sutra.
But I don't know, after the stuff that happened, what was it, this summer with the chain snatching too, and how much shit that he got for that, and a lot of people called him out on not living up to how he raps in his music. I think that this is just like something else that's taking on top of the cake.
Yeah, he got arrested on federal racketeering charges, and he's been the charges also indicate that he participated in narcotics trafficking, shootings, and violent robberies, some of which were live streamed actually on Instagram, from what I remember.
yeah,
Oh,
shout out to
whoa.
DJ Academics dry
Awful.
snitching. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know who snitched, but it'd be funny to know who did.
They're saying that it's probably DJ Academics. I mean, like a lot. There's like already
no
like
idea.
footage of there's footage of him literally like calling to fucking put 30K on someone.
Okay,
and
now
like
we
all,
got-
and all,
Yeah.
all this footage is really like being pulled up from like phones. It's fucking like crazy. Like I mean, but honestly, I really can't say that I feel bad. Like I think this is kind of like he literally fucked a 13-year-old and got put on probation, broke the probation, and didn't get time. And I mean, like you have
So
like,
he's
a lot
long
of
overdue, honestly, for time.
right. So you have like a lot of artists that were like kind of collaborating with him. Like Ye was collaborating with him, Nicki was collaborating with him. Like and then you had like people kind of trying to like start a rebrand and things like that. So it's kind of just like I feel like it's also just the idea that I feel like even though this case is like very similar to what happened with Bobby Shmurda and his kind of in affiliates or whatever, I feel like there's like a huge difference in the fact that like that basically a lot that like 6ix9ine has been given like 1,000,001 chances off the strength that like he isn't black but makes black music.
Oh, okay, I see where that
That
angle
is-
is coming
Like
from.
this, like 6ix9ine literally raps like fucking Onyx.
Yeah.
And then he gets off from.
And that
fucking
was
a
why
13-year-old.
that if we really wanted to discuss
Yeah.
like the music of 6ix9ine and like the like specifically like rap and hip hop recently, like we would have to that'd be another discussion.
I might have,
Okay, I feel really uncultured here. Which one is DJ Academics again? All I remember is Young Cash Register, aka Little Broomstick. And that's been a while.
I mean, it's okay for like a solid year and a half. I thought Lil Yachty and Lil Dope were two different people, so
But
you're
they
fine.
wait, what?
Also, John, what the hell are those topics? Sorry,
don't worry about it.
I'm trying
wait.
not to.
I just learned that you can do a browser thing, like not like a window share, but a browser share. So
Yeah.
it's specifically you put the link in, and then it just does that, so you don't have to have the window open to have the link active, which is great because it saves my computer from destroying itself. And it's like
See,
I can
load
just
up.
edit it all on my phone.
Ooh,
so
I like
good.
that.
Plus, I literally spent today making a new setup just for podcasting, but we legitimately didn't think it would be more than me and Devin, so we didn't prepare for that.
And then you asked people in a group chat, "Hey, yeah, guys, we're doing a stream," and I went, "Oh, right, yeah, I'm in the
Can you?
Discord."
Okay, I
I've
see
been
what
gone
you're
forever.
doing actively. Please stop.
I know. So yeah,
I didn't condone this.
I don't really have much to
Yes,
to
6ix9ine.
add, unfortunately.
From all I know about him, jeez, just he's been given every opportunity to fix his shit, and he keeps getting worse. So I think that this was a long time coming. Especially, I have almost zero sympathy, pretty much zero sympathy for anyone who live streams a crime and then is surprised when somebody says, "Hey, by the way, this guy committed a crime live on stream."
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I
That
bet you must
shit's
hate
more
the
prevalent
police,
than people
Noah.
think. That shit's more prevalent than people think too. Like, I mean, I've seen, what was it? Somebody live streamed on Twitter at one point, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. There's been a couple crimes that have been streamed live just for the hell of it, and people forget. The internet doesn't forget these things. Recordings
does not.
kind of stay there.
Well, but that's the other thing too, right? Because a lot of times it's prevalent, but sometimes it's
Got some
not as
interesting topics there.
reported as quick as necessary because of the bystander effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my
It's
case,
that
in
and
my
it's
case, when
not use.
I mean,
when
I
see,
think
when I see shit that's illegal, that's dangerous, and it's not just like, oh yeah, that guy has a bud in the background. I'm just like, oh, whatever, sure. If
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I'm breaking into this building right now, hell yeah, I'd report it immediately.
Well,
yeah.
that's the thing, right? There's a lot of people
Jeff.
that can look at something. What was that one case that this woman, she got stabbed outside of her apartment building?
Oh, I know this one. Yeah.
30 people,
I have a feeling Jeff's
and
gonna jump.
everybody was waiting for somebody else to call. Everybody was waiting for somebody else to help the woman. They all wanted to do something, but they waited for somebody else to do it. So the same could potentially also be said online, but thankfully, at least online, with how many people are watching, there is always, well, for the most part, somebody that will step in sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's why like you have like a lot of people now that are kind of more like more like internet savvy, kind of like not really displaying, if they're smart, like displaying the shit that they do online. Like I feel like in the like kind of like the like when social media apps are kind of like getting like very big, you said like people like kind of posing with like guns and shit like that or whatever, whereas like now you see that less and less, and people are just like shooting people in real time or whatever because they know that the that the police, you know, they're not having unpaid interns doing social media anymore. It's like they have a whole division now.
Unless they have unpaid interns doing social media for large companies, which that's a whole other topic.
That
also-
one will come up eventually. Trust me.
Also, yeah,
It seems
based
like
on
all
based on
social
Marshall.
media peoples are like
Oh, sorry. Go on.
big wrestling fans, it seems.
All right, go ahead.
Was
Sorry.
that wrestling? I was gonna say, if you
Wrestling.
go back to Marshall McLuhan's theory about media and how different forms affect the media itself, was it the medium is the message, I believe, or alternatively the medium is the massage, which is a follow-up that he wrote years after. I'm being that guy. Point is, whatever medium something happens in affects the media that is created and displayed on it, right? So like a live stream has to be in a specific format, and that format affects what's going to be shown in the live stream. You get what I mean? So like right now we're talking in a discussion format because we expect people to watch, and therefore we can respond to comments, we can jump off of each other. We're not on a, and that's because of the medium itself. I know that's me kind of butchering Marshall McLuhan's whole deal, but it does apply. When it comes to live streams and crimes, it's interesting to me because it becomes a show. It's not about showing off that you're doing a thing, it's that you are showing off something. And the thing that you're doing is just a side effect in the moment of the fact that you want to stream. So if you're, I don't know, if you have a predilection towards violence, it would make sense to a person who's not really thinking about the consequences that, oh yeah, I'll just stream that. It's pretty fucked up that the internet kind of allows for that. But there's no real way to fix it. Also, there's Temmie.
Have you seen the IRL side of Twitch?
Oh,
Also,
Christ.
like that one
I'm
guy.
surprised there isn't porn. God.
Yeah, speaking of porn, that one guy that got jail time because he was posting revenge porn
Oh,
and
jeez.
didn't expect to get jail time because he cried in court when he was
Wow.
sentenced. Did you guys hear about that?
I heard
No,
something about
I'm
this.
very curious.
I didn't know about the
Also,
crime
what's
thing.
up, Jeff?
He just
Uh-huh.
he's like, I don't want to go to jail. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't know the story completely, so this will be good.
Nor do I, but the concept is baffling. Just, wow, this guy.
Is he white? That's the first question.
Yeah, he's white. Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So there's the political
let me-
part of this
I
podcast.
don't want to. Hang on. Let me butcher this. Hang on.
I'm actually looking at the IRL streams. ASMR is a popular format. Oh, no.
Yeah, it is.
Remember when like Rob Kardashian put out?
Oh, here it is. I
fucking
found it.
revenge
I found it. I
porn?
found it. I found it.
Did he?
Yeah.
This.
This reading of a news article is sponsored by Cutco.
Oh god.
Go ahead, Jim. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought I had it.
Why is this?
Wow.
Cutco. When you need a
Basically,
cut,
I
you
think
get
it was
the cut.
actually late earlier this year.
Cutco.
Yeah, it was. Here it is.
Also, now I know why ASMR is a popular IRL stream format. I can see in the thumbnails alone that there are exposed breasticles everywhere.
Breasticles?
What else do you want me to call them?
Breast?
Also, there's a
What? This isn't PG.
Oh yeah, I guess
Hey,
this
guys,
happened
we
a
don't
few
curse
years
on our
ago.
fucking
I didn't realize that.
Ah.
Yeah, this guy from San Diego named Kevin created a website that like people post like explicit pictures of their former partners. The pictures are posted without victims' consent, and he charged $350 to get photos removed. And so yeah, he basically was charged with extortion and 21 accounts of ID theft and 6 of extortion. And he cried when he got convicted because he didn't expect to get jail time.
Oh, it's like, here's my revenge porn. Oh, jail comes with being an asshole? Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to be my little man baby self and cry.
He's scheduled to face 2 to 7 years and he'll have to pay a hefty fine.
Good. He
What
fucking
an
deserves it.
Yeah.
I think jail will be very interesting with like now that like you're gonna start seeing people go into jail for things that like previously would not have been crimes. Like just like this idea of like I mean like revenge porn, like there was no one going to jail for revenge porn in 1980. Like
It's because it's hard to like that we have the technology now to like monitor that. Before it was like how do you know? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, if someone fucking prints it out in a newspaper,
Yeah,
you can probably figure out who printed that out.
So that's what I mean, like things that were not necessarily like that's what I mean in regards to just like certain things that are like newer crimes, just because of like much like what Noah was saying, just like the way like society adapts to like media and shit like that. You know, revenge porn probably might not have been actually revenge porn has probably always been a thing, but but there was there wasn't like a Facebook back then.
Yeah.
Also, like
Facebook was going face to face and handing a printed copy of that porn.
Right. Also, if you really want to be awkward, ask your uncles what consent was like in the 90s.
It's like, what the fuck?
Ask your like your male family members what consent was like. You might be disgusted.
Well, she was 12. She was 12, so that was consent, right?
Like, hey, she said yes. Eventually,
She can say
like she might have not said yes, but she was thinking it. Like
the family brought up was patriarchal or matriarchal. Doesn't that also as well?
What?
It's fair.
One more time for me, Annie?
It's not wrong.
In terms of like, say for example, how they viewed consent, it also depends on patriarchal or matriarchal family types as well.
I would say yes and no. Probably because like I feel like yes, like if there's like kind of like a lot of like women present or whatever in regards to like family, like in like whereas like the family dynamic, I've also seen where mothers are kind of like my son can do no wrong, or it's more so like what Ma doesn't know won't hurt her, and so they just start doing shit without that go over what she would know. It's like I guess it can be in. I feel like it's more so about like the transparency of it being done. It can affect that. I'm not so sure if it would affect it being done overall or like being done in mass.
I mean, overall, yes, but also at the same time, this is. I would say this is an example.
I can't change that because of
I'm not gonna disclose how I know this person, in terms of their family and such. But the family's very matriarchal.
Yeah.
And we're very close, so I get a lot of stories, but they kind of raised like the men were always protective, I guess, of the woman. The moment that a woman said that there was like something, or somebody said something like that they didn't consent to, or something like that, or somebody tried to say something, I would say that these were also there was also a lot of what's the best word of putting this without making it seem criminal?
Trust me, I get it because my brother's girlfriend's brothers or something. There's definitely a connection.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
OD gangsters.
Yeah.
Me too.
I think my brother's girlfriend's brothers have killed people. Probably. Ooh, we can't tell.
But I mean, like,
Dude.
I feel like that definitely makes an effect. I mean, to be honest, like, if it wasn't for the case of like the whole mistaken identity thing, I think the whole like Justice for Junior situation over the summer wouldn't have been that big of a deal.
It probably wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have. Yeah, it would have just been business as usual. Like, so like I feel like there's definitely like that sense of like they'll do that, but I think there's also just like the double standard in which like it's kind of like that too also stems from a sense of like ownership. Like it's like everyone like, yeah, you people can piss on those cars, don't piss on my fucking car, but I might piss on your car.
Is that a fetish?
Ask Robert.
Bobby K.
No.
Can I ask what our other topics are for today?
Yeah, we
Apparently
should go through
furries,
that.
so we're getting there.
So
And, like,
Your
hold on.
favorite, Janessa.
One of the people who follow us just now is USA Flavor. And I don't usually do research on the people that follow us, but I don't know how happy I am with it.
Why?
It's
Why?
the
What's
good
going
old
on?
red, white, and blue American flavor or something like that. I'm like,
what?
emphasis
I
on the
guess
red.
This seems mildly erotic.
The thing is, there's an emphasis on the red. I'm just like,
Wait, I was gonna say it could be
Ooh.
Guy Fieri. He might just be
Wait.
into rare ribs.
You see, this is okay. Hold on. Can we talk about how people are using colors as seasoning now? I hate when people start overstepping their boundaries. First, it was salt. Then
Look.
it was just salt and pepper. Now it's salt, pepper, and colors.
look,
You
if it gets white
are
people to
all-
use seasoning, good.
Wait, salt.
I
pepper,
hate
Wait,
and
are you saying I can't use ginger and paprika in my dishes?
No. You
No.
just call it
It
paprika?
depends on what
Paprika.
dish.
It also depends on how you pronounce paprika.
Yeah.
Call it paprika?
I did it to piss you off, actually.
I know.
Love you.
I could tell.
Are
I
you
could
using
tell.
it to cook your polo? Like,
I'm sorry. I love you, Noah. You're such a good dude.
Delicious. My polo shirt has never tasted so better.
yeah. I went to Gap and got a rose con polo.
I hate it. Ah.
So what's this about salt, pepper, and colors? I don't know what this is about.
Salt, pepper, and furries.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Arroz con pollo.
Okay,
No
what are
comment.
our topics today?
What are we talking about? I have the current topic as man-children, but we can get away from that before it becomes a
Yeah,
problem.
Jonathan had a very interesting pun.
I did not. We're not talking about that. We're not going to talk about that on stream.
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and how our childhoods are slowly slipping away from ourselves.
I mean, can't contribute to that because I don't play Pokemon. So
We can talk about it a little bit. We can at least talk about
No, I don't.
Pokemon.
Oh no, I was going to talk about existential dread and how our childhoods are slowly going away.
You mean
Actually,
we're
that might
getting
be-
older?
That might be a pretty interesting topic, actually.
Maybe
I think
said
it might
was-
relate a little bit to the anime hitting pop culture thing that's up there because,
Oh,
you know,
let's do
Detective Pikachu is a pretty big thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with
get
fucking,
Detective
Ryan
Pikachu
Reynolds.
out of my face.
Yes, please. I want Detective
Is
Pikachu.
Angelo
more of
also
this.
watching us?
Angelo is
Yeah.
also watching us silently.
Oh no.
Okay, let's pick another topic because I'm like,
Oh, I'm gonna
honestly
switch
ready
it
to
to
leave.
I'm gonna switch it right now. Hold on. So we're gonna talk about anime hitting pop culture, including the existential crisis.
Oh, that's great. So can I just start this off by saying the creator of SpongeBob fucking died?
I don't know if
Rest in peace.
SpongeBob is pop culture, but we can definitely talk about.
You don't
that.
know
Oh, it's-
SpongeBob
I mean,
pop culture?
that's not what I mean. I mean anime. I'm
Someone
tired.
Twitch clipped that.
2018 has been a shit year for
Excuse
pop
me.
culture, okay?
Excuse
Stan
fucking me.
Lee, it was Stan Lee, and then it was the SpongeBob creator, and then the guy who did What Are Those died, and
Okay.
I'm so upset.
He did
Excuse
die.
fucking me. Cory in the House is the best anime. You realize that the English translation is inferior to all other forms of the show.
Okay, Noah.
Wow, I sure love English Cory in the house. Hey, wow,
Cory
it's
in
me,
the
Cory
house.
in the house. I shouldn't do that.
I've actually seen people post the Japanese intro for the show as an anime intro. It's fucking great.
I love it.
Oh god.
What do you mean
2018 has been
as?
such a
Anyway.
bad year for icons. Fuck.
Yeah,
It really has. Can we just stop?
And like Max
Take a time
Miller
out.
died, and
Take
Yeah,
a
let's
time
take
out.
just
Can
a
we-
second
can we-
because we need to
Can we
breathe
stop?
anyway.
No. I mean, can we stop 2018 right now? Pause time and stop this from happening.
Now I'm
Because-
kind of ready for 2019. I'm gonna be honest.
I would be
Oh,
ready.
no,
I'm
you-
ready for
please,
work.
God.
I was gonna say what you're saying is you're ready to jump into the void.
Yes.
And
We're already in it. Trump is the president. We're already in the void.
You know, it'd be great.
You know, he said
Money and a
there
way
was
to get
article
out.
the other-
I'd backflip into the void.
You know, speaking of Trump, there was a news article the other day that said he's
Hey guys,
looking
the
to create a
political section.
state-run news outlet to combat
my
fake
God.
news.
Oh, I did hear
And if
about
that
that
doesn't
shit.
scream,
Wait,
and if
you mean
that doesn't
Sinclair and
scream
Fox News?
1984 Big Brother propaganda, I don't know what the fuck will.
It screams
And
Russia and
Jesus
fuck the
Christ.
media.
Do you remember when
Yeah.
grown-ass adults who had to decide between a woman they didn't like and a fucking rapist decided to not pick neither and write in fucking Harambe? Remember that?
Yep.
God, Obama
I hate
spoiled y'all.
myself.
I fucking hate y'all.
Obama spoiled Joe. Whoa!
Hey, if you're on Twitch and you disagree with us, bye.
Oh, I mean, we already just lost 2 viewers simultaneously.
Good.
Oh my god.
We gained 5 and now we're back. Well, it says 5 on my side, but it'll go back down to 3 in a second.
It's 3 right now.
Nice. I'm proud.
Anyway.
I'm proud.
So-
I'm proud of Twitch's fan base.
Yes. But yeah, no,
Rest
anime
in
taking over
peace,
pop culture
Stalker.
is weird because that means that Goblin Slayer might become mainstream, and that's weirding me out.
Oh, speaking of, Blade Runner, it's getting a fucking anime.
Sorry, why?
Yeah, Adult Swim's
That's
making
disgusting.
an anime of Blade Runner.
I mean, it
Oh,
makes
wait,
sense.
sorry. No, wait. You mean Cowboy Bebop?
No. Well, there's also that, but like,
That's also getting a live action. That's weird.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. I'm actually
Wouldn't,
looking
like-
forward to that.
Wouldn't Blade
actually,
Runner anime be like Evangelion? Like, what is it?
okay, well, you know what Blade Runner's about, right? Have you seen Blade Runner?
I have not.
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
Jeff, check Adult Swim's in Twitter. You'll see.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna recommend right away. Watch the Ridley Scott director's cut of Blade Runner, the original.
Link.
Oh, link to what? Oh, link
Facebook.
to Cowboy Bebop. Oh yeah, Blade Runner's fucking fantastic. Basic run through in case you care. In the future of San Francisco, Hero and his friends.
Big Hero 6.
Okay, that was the joke. But seriously, no. So in Blade Runner, it's an exploration of consciousness and what it means to be human in a world filled with robots that are indistinguishable from human beings.
That sounds
really
like a topic of
fucked up.
conversation that actually like an intellectual conversation that I'd actually like to have because I have so many.
Oh, it's good shit. I'm of the opinion outside of Blade Runner as a media itself, like in terms of the concept of what is consciousness, I'd like to think that we could potentially make a machine that's pretty much human. I'd fuck a robot. Wait, no.
What?
Wow, Noah.
What is what?
I'm just taking things off the rails.
So do you think that people that like Hoteps watched Blade Runner and that's where they decided to like, yeah, I gotta keep my third eye open? Like, is that where that came from? Like,
I don't even know what you're referring to.
like,
No,
yo.
seriously though, no, Blade Runner's a great movie. Blade Runner, and now I'm blanking on the name of it because I forgot the exact year. But the sequel that came out recently, that was so fucking good and is one of the best theatrical experiences I've had in a long time because people actually shut the fuck up and watched it. Like, no cell phones in the theater, nobody going, oh mommy, what's this? It's no, people shut the fuck up and watch it, and they loved it. And I'm just like, yep.
This is my entertainment for the Twitchcast.
Oh, it's entertainment because you're oh no, what are you doing with everybody? Oh no, you're going slightly down. Okay, I'll quit yammering on about Blade Runner. Our point is anime.
Is illegal.
It's not illegal.
First of all, the Cowboy Bebop live action remake needs to stop.
Why?
I don't think it needs to happen. Well, because first of all, Cowboy Bebop is such an iconic classic, and
Uniconic?
honestly, if you get any
And
actor
iconic.
to smoke, if you get any actor to smoke as much as fucking the main character in Cowboy Bebop does, you're gonna give them lung cancer.
I mean,
Within-
They're gonna get-
do
they're
you
gonna
think
give him
all
a
the
vape? Are you
actors
kidding
that
me?
have cigarettes are actually smoking cigarettes?
2049. Thank you, Jeff.
no, I was joking.
Oh wait, Janessa, what if they make a Cowboy Bebop Jewel? I know you're into that stuff.
No.
What if Spike has a jewel?
Honestly, if you give me like one of those phone charger vapes with like that was like Cowboy Bebop, like steampunk style, I would honestly buy it on a beat.
But Cowboy Bebop isn't steampunk.
Not anymore.
That was another joke.
Oh. I
Well,
wasn't sure.
I have a question. Is there an anime or something that, regardless of how bad the live action turns out, you want to see a live action for?
Alita Battle
I
Angel.
would love to see a second fucking live action make of Ouran High School Club because the Korean version was shit. Whoever decided to do that needed to end, like, stop it.
part of me was like, what if they made a Madoka one? And then I couldn't remember Madoka for the past 10 minutes. I googled evil cat that grants wishes.
I think you mean Bunny Cat is a dick.
Hey, it's over there somewhere. I'm pointing at my fucking collection.
I actually kind of want to see that, honestly. A Madoka live action. Oh god, that'd get fucked up really fast.
It's pretty much just little girls crying.
Really?
Oh god.
Oh.
Have you ever seen Madoka?
No.
It takes
Okay.
magical girl animes and completely subverts the entire genre.
Oh.
And it's all about their pain. It's crazy.
Oh,
it's
fuck.
really good. I enjoy
Let a
it.
white cat walk across the
You
screen.
just ruined it for him. Here's the thing, because I went into Madoka just hearing it's a magical girl anime. I'm like, okay, why am I watching this? A friend just said, just watch it. I'm not gonna tell you anything. I start watching. By episode, what was it? The part, you're getting a little ahead of myself here. It's around there that I went, oh fuck. No, I've been fooled. Oh no, this is actually going to be a horrific good thing, but horrific. Oh god.
Do you feel like the thing about like anime like movie adaptation or like live action adaptations has more to do with the fact that like the casting expectations are just practically impossible to live up to?
Oh,
No, I don't.
Tennis play was a joy. Take it back.
I don't necessarily think casting expectations are unrealistic because let's be honest, you turn anything from animation to live action, you have the opportunity to do something extremely wonderful. Like let's for example, like Ready Player One, like they did like the CGI in that was fantastic. But then like if you think about the live action Mulan stuff that they've done, fantastic. So it's not like the casting expectations are shit. It's just people have different visions of what something that's fictional looks like when it comes to life. So you just have to like, first of all, get multiple opinions outside of people who will stroke your dick because you're paying them to be in your movie. So
Also
that's
the
why I
budget.
really think
But
that
that's-
for stuff like that, you
Like a
should get
cat.
first of all get fan suggestions and input.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like in regard, if everyone has different ideas of what characters should look like, then that means that it is somewhat impossible. Just in regards to just
sometimes-
like making live action adaptation, like because even just like when it comes to like books and shit, like people like all of a sudden are like, yeah, I
I'm
don't know,
livid.
I don't know if that's supposed to come out like that. Like I don't know
An
if Lenny
example of
Kravitz's
an
the
extreme-
guy.
An example of a really bad like live action make of a fucking book. I don't know if you guys have ever heard. There's this author named Christopher Polini who did this 4-book series called The Inheritance Cycle, and the very first book in the series, Aragon, got turned into a fucking movie in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And like, first of all, those books are my life, so
Those
don't at
are-
me.
I
all
remember
right?
those. I read
And-
all of those.
I literally read all of them, and as soon as I was like, what? So I watched it and I was like, okay, the casting is pretty okay, but whatever. But as soon as I saw the movie, I shat myself because I was like, this is disgusting and a disgrace.
See,
That movie should have never been made. I'm
so
not
it
gonna lie
is
to you.
impossible.
I'm gonna let
No,
you
no,
know.
no.
I mean, let's talk about Lord of the Rings then.
Oh, Lord of the Rings is fucking
Oh.
perfect.
Yeah.
Tom Bombadil had no place in a live action movie, and I am
So,
okay with it.
yeah, there are good examples and there are bad examples, but it's a matter of getting more multiple opinions, and especially with something that's animated that gets turned into like, wait, what?
It also
Aw,
depends
shit.
on their budget too, because if they don't have the budget to complete like the entirety of what they want to get across, then it's gonna.
Oh
come
no! Oh, definitely no. I agree. You do have budgeting limitations, but also like you can
Oh, no, but they
do
let that.
so much. You can do so much for a shit movie with good
Yeah.
casting.
Oh yes.
And then, I mean, scripting is a big deal too. I mean, like, okay, I'm gonna make a controversial statement. The Death Note live action movie that came out, what was it, last year, year before?
I hated that.
I think the ending is the only part of it that was actually enjoyable, and that's because it was the closest to the bullshit that happens in the anime when Light makes a big plan. And I know it's still bullshit, but I got a feeling there where I'm like, okay, somebody at the end of the script writing process went, we're gonna do it right. And then they didn't have enough time to actually make it work, and they didn't have enough follow through to really go with it. But I saw that bit where it's like, I had it planned out all along. I'm like, oh fuck, this is actually like the anime, and it's done pretty well. But the rest of the movie doesn't really help, and it makes it shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, like from like a writer's perspective, like I remember like having to like take classes on like adaptation, like writing adaptations and stuff like that, and so it does become an issue in regards to just like the like how you want to tell a story, because there's certain things that are in whatever the origin medium is that don't necessarily fit well in a movie sense. So like The Walking Dead is an example, or like Game of Thrones, where they kind of like taken stuff either from the source material and have either subverted it or sped it up or like left shit out. Even just like a lot of like comic book stuff as well. But I feel
Yeah,
like
but they did it in such a way that benefited the storyline long term. So I don't necessarily.
But I feel like that depends on who you ask.
Yeah, I guess.
I think the best way you can adapt a piece of fictional media to a live action format is to essentially treat it like a D&D game. It's the way I've always mapped things when I watch a movie or TV show that's a good adaptation. I just go, you know what? Okay, I can imagine in the writer's room, they took their character sheets, they put down character traits, went, okay, let's do example, Cowboy Bebop. If they do a good live action show, you know what they're going to do? They're going to put down Spike Spiegel. So Defect has a secret in his backstory that nobody else is supposed to know. Was it Bounty Hunter, other shit. He has a bunch of emotional trauma. Think of him as he is a guy who's trying to look cool and really isn't actually. Like, you could put some character traits like that are at the core of a character, and if a writer were to play them out logically, you end up with an interesting person that may be slightly different from the source material, but you still get the spirit of what that character is.
Yeah, but you have to be careful with that, because there's a fine line between it being good and then being Sonic Boom.
Oh, right, yeah, like the Street Fighter movies that focused on Guile for some fucking reason. Like,
Really?
Oh, it's because it was Jean-Claude Van Damme. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I mean about like
so,
casting and like budgeting, and so it's like
you're the one saying, yeah, casting. Scarlett Johansson being in every fucking anime adaptation. What is going on?
I mean, also
That
it's like
needed to stop. That was don't even get me started about Scarlett Johansson doing things she shouldn't be doing, especially like recently with her acting career, because when she almost played that trans person, I was like, I wanted to throw a punch. Oh my god, please.
This is why no one fucking stands. Oh, we'll talk about Stan in a minute, but this is why no one fucking likes Jared Leto anymore. He fucking won a fucking Oscar for playing a trans person, and he's also a piece of shit.
I mean, didn't Jeffrey Tambor do the same thing on the Emmy side in regards to playing in the role like in Transparent?
That makes sense if he did. Fucking, it's like, wow, we can just have this actor play a trans a person instead of getting a trans actor to play a trans person. Like,
Oh, and then somebody dropped and came back.
Did they?
I see you, Mel. I see you hiding in the background.
Also, like, fucking Detective Pikachu, if we're talking about anime specifically, who the fuck decided, you know what, Ryan Reynolds, I want that in my life.
I saw a lot of art way beforehand when the Deadpool thing came out of Deadpool and some type of Pikachu crossover. So as soon as this occurred, I was in tears because I wanted nothing more than to hear Ryan Reynolds out of Pikachu's voice and pretend that that's Deadpool somewhere in there.
I just want to believe that Detective Pikachu at the end of it is just gonna like, we're gonna get through like an hour of Detective Pikachu, and then we're gonna hear like, I don't know, fucking what's his name?
Danny DeVito?
No, what's like the big metal guy from that Deadpool usually hangs out with? From the X-Men, I forget his name.
Colossus?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, but that's only in the movies. I'm thinking Cable.
No, but I want. Is it Cable? I don't know. But what I want.
No, Cable's that time travels.
Is it Cable?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Colossus.
I want someone from the X-Men universe to just be like Deadpool in the background, and Detective Pikachu going what? And then it just ends up being all Deadpool's dream, and then hit with the Marvel logo. That's what I want. Honestly.
I have to say something that Angelo said in the chat. Angelo said, Detective Pikachu fucking shoots a guy with a Glock, just unloads on the bad guy at the end.
True Detective.
Yeah.
HBO presents True
to
Detective
actually be the
Pikachu.
ending. I want it to be The Departed, but with Pikachu.
Wait, no, they find the father and he unloads on the father, and he's like, "I'm a mercenary kid."
What if
No,
it's
you
like
get hit with
Seven,
the-
but with
You get hit with
Detective
the Marvel,
Pikachu?
but instead of the usual heroes, it's
What's in
another.
the
It's some kind of
Pokeball?
Pokemon dressed up as a Marvel hero.
I could see it. It's just like, oh, you wanted Captain Marvel? No, you get Jigglypuff in a Captain
Honestly,
Marvel
me
outfit.
too.
Oh god.
I fucking stuttered my way through that thought.
Fine.
Guys, do
No,
we do
I-
podcasts ever? Well,
But no, yeah, I think adapting anime. Oh, also Detective Pikachu shoots Mr. Mime. Thanks, Jeff. But I'm thinking here, if anime is going to get decent live action adaptations, I think that writers need to stop trying to adapt it to an American market and think of it as, fuck it, here's the source material. Again, step through what the characters are like as people, and then see what happens. Don't keep trying to tweak shit to make it more palatable for an audience who's not going to watch it. Like, Alita Battle Angel looks pretty good in my opinion, because
At fucking Netflix when they decided to have a black elf. I'm sorry.
But yeah, Alita Battle Angel, to me, looks good. The eyes are freaking me out a little bit still on the main character, but that's besides her, everything looks fine. It looks like they're actually taking into account that, okay, the original source material is a little weird, so let's stay weird. And I'm like, oh, good. You're not going to change shit and just turn it into Blade Runner 3.
And so we've come full circle.
See, this is what happens when you tell anime. When you tell people to talk about anime. A bunch of nerds talk about anime, guys. Let's see what happens.
Hey guys, can we talk about that time I got reincarnated as a slime is the best fucking anime?
I have not watched it.
You need to watch that shit. It is wholesome.
I've been watching Inuyasha, and I watched some Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh no.
I gotta watch my old furry shit, man.
One of them is.
Are we? Is there? Do you want to continue to another topic, you guys, or do you want to keep talking about this?
How do you feel, Dev? I do not care. I transition as we transition.
Was that an attempt at a segue into the furry thing?
No, it was not. I was just making a joke.
Why is that actually in there?
All right, so we were on Discord like 2 or 3 days ago. We were just
I guess
talking
we're
about
talking
this
about
for
this.
some reason.
Here we go.
And it came up. I guess this is our joke segment.
Oh yeah. Oh, when I was like, oh, can is it? Oh yeah, like can if you wear a pit bull fursuit, can you say the N word or like a Doberman fursuit? Like,
Okay, maybe I don't want to go into this.
yeah.
It was
And then I slightly divulged into like it was like fictional character. Like I feel like Piccolo can say the N word.
Piccolo can't. I don't have the authority on this.
Don't
So I
know
can't
why.
say.
You know what? That would make sense because you know what? Piccolo was Namekian.
I don't have the fucking.
Yeah.
I'll just agree.
I don't know. I feel like if Frieza blew up your planet, you can probably say the N word. Like you didn't go through slavery, but you went through something kind of worse.
Wait, does that mean the Saiyans can say it? Goku's fucking pasty as shit.
No. White people want Goku to be pasty. You see how close he's into the sun?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say
like. No, that's fucking Justin Chatwin's is y'all's Goku, not mine.
Hashtag not my Goku.
Fuck
I'm
that.
just saying.
Oh my god.
Get it trending. No, stop.
I can't imagine Goku throwing the N-word around, but at the same time,
Just
the thing is, someone's gonna make it racist, right?
like,
Someone's
right?
gonna be like, "Well, he did turn into a giant ape." So.
Well, yeah.
But like, no, don't say that
He
shit.
did.
What if the Kamehameha was just the
We lost
N-word?
viewers 'cause
Stripped
of that.
and then just the ah.
I can definitely feel like Goku's whole demeanor has been like, yo, like you strong? I don't know, y'all niggas not ready. Like yo, like,
I'm imagining Dragon Ball Z
And this,
version.
ladies and gentlemen,
Wait,
Black is obsessed with the fucking Dragon Ball Z.
No, but wait, hold on.
Can B say it?
There was
Oh,
an
yeah.
actual, wasn't there an actual clip, I think in the English dub or something like that, where as he's coming down and they were firing at him, somebody says, "Wait, he's not black. You don't shoot him." There was an actual.
Oh, because
I
like fucking Goku
that's
Black
from
or
the
whatever.
Ocean dub. That's from the Ocean dub.
No, that's from Dragon Ball Super with the
It
Goku
is?
Black arc.
Yeah.
When they're like, oh,
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
shoot,
shit,
he's not
no,
black.
wait.
And then they for some reason that it was like at first it was like Black Goku, then it was like Goku Black, and then it was just like I don't know. I didn't really keep up too much.
I
It
don't
all
know.
just culminated into
Yeah.
a very bad wrong
Wait,
place, wrong
it's like,
time
oh,
saying.
hey,
Sasuke?
Take Kakarot, fuck these niggas up. Like
So we're gonna transition because there are.
Goku is my slave name.
Wait, hold on. Maybe.
It's a bit loud. All right.
Goku is my slave name.
I have some very important questions here.
What just happened?
Some very, very important questions for
What in
Naruto
the Bill
fans.
Maher?
Can Sasuke say it?
No,
No.
No.
because he cheated.
Tell that little boy to go
He
back.
cheated. Fuck that nigga.
He-
I think B can say it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like.
What do you
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Of course you can.
Yeah, of course.
Honestly, I'd like
the
rock
hidden
with
village
the
with no fucking school shooters. Like, yeah.
They just keep like they keep griping on that. They're just like,
Yeah.
we don't have anyone.
You're right.
Akatsuki.
Yeah, there was no one from the Akatsuki.
We know how to fucking treat our people.
Exactly. Like, yeah.
Also, wait a minute. Does that mean that the Hidden Leaf Village doesn't have any school shootings because
No,
of
they
the
do
public
have school
No,
shootings.
they do.
And,
They do.
and everybody in the village is armed. So
No, fucking
You know.
Itachi shot the school up.
okay, no, you're right.
Why am I
Oh,
picturing
yeah.
Itachi in like a fucking manga hat, like
Yo.
flipping his fingers around, going nigger
Yo.
jutsu, and then just like,
Yo,
Oh, that was a hard
Itachi's
R.
fucking Mangekyo Sharingan was the equivalent of those kids pulling out the Draco. Like,
oh my god.
Oh, Jesus, this is getting worse. Oh, no.
Itachi, we're proud of you. Like, no, not in the hidden cloud.
Bro, that was a Thanksgiving clapback gone wrong is what happened
No.
there. They just said too many things at Thanksgiving, and he snapped. That was it.
When your family is asking you how's school going.
So you murder.
Yeah, are you gonna get a haircut, man? Like, yeah.
See, I kept
When
getting
you're-
that from my
when you're
family too.
Snapping too many jokes about the lines on your face. That's it.
It's like, yeah,
How about them Mets?
Speaking of
The
haircuts,
fire style Draco Jutsu.
Wait.
oh no,
Yeah, speaking of haircuts, when are you gonna change your icon, Jonathan?
I'm never gonna
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
change my avatar. It's too much work.
Your avatar is a lie.
Are you just gonna use the eraser and just erase the
I'm just gonna erase my head off from the avatar. It's like, it's a purple shirt. It's Jonathan.
You're just gonna
Oh, I'm wearing a purple shirt today too. I'm wearing the graduate's color.
Oh, perfect.
9-7.
That is our
Oh my
color.
God.
Go to your hex code and put in 9-7. You will find your graduates in denial color.
We're gonna copyright it. We're gonna own
Oh my
I
9-7.
kind of want to.
Copyright a hex
You
color.
can't. You can't do that.
I know we can't,
Fuck
but it's
you,
funny.
I can. Like, yeah, it's like Adobe, fuck off.
Adobe
So-
Premiere,
Adobe
more
who?
like,
Yeah.
Actually,
like,
not cutting my hair because I should get a haircut soon. But I'm getting new glasses soon, so the square ones have to go away.
That's
Are you
true.
getting round
I
frames?
feel like I've owed you a new icon for a year, Noah.
No, you don't owe me anything. It's okay, man. But I'm saying like I ended up picking out new glasses that look like Paul McCartney kind of glasses.
Okay.
They
That's
actually
cool.
look good on me, which is surprising. I took a look as I'm looking through, like, they had racks full of this shit, and I'm just like, no, that's the same one I have. No, that one's too wide. That one's too tall. That one's a little weird. That one's a crappy material. And then I just see this pair. I'm like, let me try these. And I put them on, and the receptionist who's just looking over at the optometrist office just goes, shit, you got to pick that. I'm like, oh, yep. Recommendation. I like
Aw.
it.
So these are like
Did you
round
get
frames.
the flowers blooming
Yeah.
behind you?
What was that?
Did you get the flowers to bloom behind you?
I didn't get that, nor did I get the doves that fly out behind me as I pull out my dual pistols and shoot into the distance.
All right, shit. Okay, so when's the next time you're gonna throw those on in front of public so we can all go behind you with some doves, and who's gonna hand them the pistols?
Okay, but
That's
you
a
have to
good
also
point.
you also have to hand me a trench coat so I can dramatically flow it open in slow mo.
I hope you guys are ready for something.
Oh,
I'm
just
not.
making
Oh
John
my
Woo
God,
references.
So
I
Angelo,
peek on the
who's
thing and I love the fact that Temmy's just on his head.
Angelo, our wonderful friend who's currently in the chat saying stuff, said check Discord. So I went to Discord to check what he sent, and I'm sending it over right now because it is incredible. I just need to find it real quick. There it is. He drew something. It's
Oh, no.
it's Detective Pikachu at the end of the movie.
I kind of want to make a poster for the movie now that's Pikachu with a gat.
This
Also,
is the
why is that
podcast
one arm
now.
so buff?
Because it's
Because he was eating rare candies before he had to fucking drill whoever.
so yeah, that's it's our wonderful
Right.
friend Detective Pikachu.
the Pikachu he's shooting is the one in the memes with his mouth open. Like
All right, I'm gonna remove that now. Bye.
you've become a loose end. What?
You're a loose cop.
I kind of want there to be real talk. I want there in Detective Pikachu to be a background Pikachu that happens to also be talking, and it's obviously Danny DeVito.
Hello.
Oh, whoa!
Yay.
How's it going?
Okay. I got sad before because I was like trying to like add my 2 cents and no one responding. I was like, should I just leave? And then I
Oh,
realized,
no.
wait, no, they can't hear me.
No, believe me, Discord was fucking up for me too before I changed my settings
Damn.
and got back in. So
Yeah, I had to
Discord
go into
sucks.
audio, and it's like it just went to default settings, and I was like, "No, you're supposed to be on my Corsair headset."
That's
It's
trademarked.
fine.
Hey guys, this podcast is sponsored by Cutco. When you really need a Ponzi scheme, go to Cutco.
If
Maybe
you're unsure
don't
if
like
pyramid
that.
schemes are legal, search go to Cutco.
You're gonna
Fun
get
fact.
cuckold.
Fun fact: I actually got recruited for Vector Knives at one point.
Yeah, that's
basically
yeah, we had
rebranded.
Vector Marketing. Vector Marketing
Yes.
tried
Yeah.
getting us in an interview today.
Yeah.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I gotta
And?
explain this story because fuck it, the podcast
do.
can be fun too.
This is great.
A friend of mine from college emailed me
this
today. She works for Vector Marketing. I didn't know this until afterwards. She's like, hey, I used to TA this class that you also TA'd. I'm like, cool. She's like, my job has this 6-week employment thing going on for the winter. We're looking for anyone who needs a quick job. It's 18 an hour per appointment, but I thought it said plus appointment. I didn't read it correctly. So I didn't realize this was a sales position to begin with. And she's like, if you have anyone you're interested in getting involved with, who also wants to interview, just let me know. So Devin was sitting next to me.
I was like, oh, can you refer me
yeah, so
to this $18 an hour job plus appointments? Apparently,
we misunderstood. So I sent her an email back with our info. She told us where the place was located. It's located in White Plains. So I'm like, I'm going up to purchase tomorrow anyway, so this works. We set an interview tomorrow for 12 p.m. She messaged us back after I gave her our info, and she's like, yeah, so you're both in for 12. That's the first big thing.
yeah.
God.
I look over at John. It's like 12 o'clock. I'm like, you too? Like not 12 and 12:15, 12:30.
It's just 12 and 12.
Yes. 12
So that's
and
the
12.
first. That's the first thing, and then we get the confirmation email from another guy, from the guy who actually sets up the interviews, and it's like, it's this place for Cutco, and like fuck. So Devin decided to do some research. Oh no, Vector Media, Vector Marketing.
Yeah,
Specifically.
they had the email at the bottom of the fucking at the bottom of the they had their website at the bottom of the email. I mean,
Yeah.
And so I clicked on it. I was like, oh no.
So yeah, Devin started reading it out loud,
Yeah.
and that's when we realized, it's a couple things. One, it's like a bunch of training. Yeah, you have to do unpaid training.
Something that's not listed on the website is it being unpaid. It's just mentioned as training.
We found out unpaid by going through the reviews, where the only positive reviews were the verified reviews with a check mark next to them. Fun
Yeah.
fact.
And then we saw and then we ended up seeing like a verified review that had 1 star,
That one was scary.
and it was talking about, oh yeah, you have to go into your contacts and call people, and the thing is that like you get paid, but it's like only if the people that you like call make an appointment with fall under the
Oh,
requirements
it's a
of
fucking pyramid scheme.
yeah, like
is,
right,
yeah.
but it's like they have to be like 30 and have a full-time job. So I can't just like call Jonathan and be like, oh yeah, you want to buy some knives? No. And it's like, oh, okay, I get $18 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like,
And we thought it was 18 an hour base. No, it's 18 per appointment that you do, and they don't help you set up appointments. You have to do it yourself.
yeah.
And
Yes. And then
my favorite part about it was I searched Cutco, and one of the first things that popped up on Google was, are pyramid schemes legal?
yes. Our
I'm just
pyramid
like,
schemes
Yes and
legal.
no.
10 years after Bernie Madoff, are pyramid schemes legal?
I was like,
Yeah.
So yeah, we noped out of that very quickly after we got the info.
I then
I
said-
emailed the
Good.
girl back.
Yes.
I'm just like, hey, I'm sorry about this, but I will not be showing up tomorrow. We did some research on the company and realized this was not the opportunity for us.
Yes. I said, and I quote, I will sell crack before I sell Cutco.
So yeah, this
Put that on a
this podcast is sponsored by Cutco. If you need to cut, come to the Co.
Yeah.
If you need to cut people out your
You need
lives,
to cut the check first.
Cut the check first. Facts.
That's called multi-level marketing, and yes, it is a pyramid scheme.
No, it's
multi-level marketing.
It's
Yeah, a
inverted
pyramid scheme
funnel.
is multi-level marketing.
They hit
Wait,
the
hold on, and
rebrand
this
button.
is more-
Well, no, Ariel, shush. You try to talk about business all the time, but you never make any sense.
Oh no! I was asking you a question, but thanks, you fucking rude whore.
Oh boy.
This is like when I try to talk about psychology, and she just looks at me like, "What the fuck? That's not what a hippocampus is."
No, I'm not
What?
even gonna go back to what you're talking. What happened that day? I'm not gonna talk about that.
So
No,
I
what
thought the
I'm
hippocampus
asking
was a random chemical in the brain. Turns out it's a part of the brain.
You thought
I
it was
can't talk
okay,
neuroscience
that's
with you.
fair.
Look,
So did
I
you
didn't
know
know.
if you inject too many hippocampus into your body, you die?
Pucko will come for you.
okay. I'm just gonna pretend that this isn't happening. No, the person who emailed you. This is one of those. This is somebody that you aren't really in contact with, and then
Not
they said,
normally, yeah.
"Oh, yeah," and they were
It's
like,
that meme.
"Hey."
There's a meme about this.
That is
I'm
the
an
meme.
idiot.
I
didn't
knew
see it coming. I should have realized it was the meme, but I didn't.
Well, yeah, it's hey, you knew me once in a past life, basically. So do you want to get scammed? Because that happened to me years ago. I graduated from my associate's program, and I was getting ready to go to purchase. And in that process, I was contacted by a friend of mine who I kind of knew from the program, but I had lost contact with. And I just get a call from her asking, "Hey Noah, it's Melody. How's it going?" I'm like, okay. How's it going? It's been a while. Oh, so yeah, my job's looking for new hires, and I know you were looking for a job before you go on to your next college thing. So yeah, I'm gonna have him call you. I'm like, no thanks, that's fine. And she hangs up on me. And then I get a call. Hi, this is so and so with Vector Marketing. How can I help you? I'm like, you called me, and wait, what's this about a job? And they gave me the run through, and I told her straight to her face, I'm like, listen, I'm not buying into this. I will not buy a single thing. If you want me to work for you, you are to pay me a salary. God damn it. Maybe I didn't say God damn it, but I was very clear. Like, no, I am not doing anything except for an actual kosher, non-commission based job. And she hung up on me.
And if you're not gonna not pay me commissions, then you can get this elbow.
You should have called her that.
Literally.
On her.
Oh yes, it's an inverted funnel. Yes.
So for those of you that don't know, I was a marketing major, and while trying to look for a marketing job, I encountered a lot of these companies who would basically lie and say like, "Oh yeah, we'll pay you salary," and then I go to the interview and they'd be like, "Okay, so this job is entirely based off of commission," and I'm just here like, "Nope, fucking no."
Man. Can this segment just be about bad job interviews? Because I've got another one.
Sure.
Sure.
So, all right. So I had an interview at insert company name here. It has to do with fighting things. That's very vague, but someone will know what I'm talking about, maybe.
Yes, Fight Club, got it.
Yeah, effectively. So I was trolling around Craigslist. I'm like, okay, well, I wonder what's going on in terms of jobs because I'm looking for more clients right now. And I see that there's a listing for a motion graphics specialist. I'm like, oh, it's in Midtown Manhattan. This could work. Let me see what's going on here. I get in contact with them, send them my resume. I'm just like, hey, I don't know what this is about, but I do motion graphics. Here's basically my reel and everything else. And I get contacted within an hour. Oh, hey, that sounds fantastic. Let me put you in touch with one of our hiring managers. And he does. Hiring manager talks to me about this great position. He gives me a job description and says, all right, listen, so are you free like in a couple of days for an interview? I'm like, kind of sudden, but cool. Yeah, sure. I'll come to you guys. I get to their office. First things first, I get there 15 minutes early because I like to be punctual. They didn't know I was coming.
Oh.
So that was a little weird, where I waited for 15 minutes, that came and went. I waited for 5 more minutes, and I just asked the receptionist, like, listen, I know you already called in and they didn't answer, but are they out today? What's going on? And at that time, this guy who looks nothing like the guy who had contacted me, because I looked up his info, comes out the door next to the receptionist and says, all right, this way, please. I'm like, what? Hi, I'm Noah. Who are you? He explains. He's just one of the other guys at the company. Drags me in and sits me down in what I would want to call a quarter of an office that had no lights on inside of a much larger office complex. And in the middle of this darkness sat a man in a seat bordered by 2 other guys with computers open, working on motion graphics in this tiny fucking room with no lights on, and he had sunglasses on in the middle of the dark.
Oh my god.
the interview itself was actually kind of comfortable in terms of the way it was presented, but it became clear very quickly that what they were looking for was a wage slave. They were not looking for someone to make motion graphics. They were looking for somebody to be the other insert name of motion graphics specialist they already had. Like, I would be doing the shit work, he would be doing the cool stuff. It was told to me at one point, yeah, so we do, because of the nature of our work, we do a lot of traveling, we do a lot of live events and recording and editing. We go all around the world. We go to like Japan, China. We have a thing over in Europe now. And then he stops, looks at me, points, and goes, "Oh, but not you. You're gonna be in here in the office." I'm like,
Wow.
But so why are you telling me this? And he says, it just keeps rolling. By the end of the interview, I was pulled out early because the guy had scheduled. Sorry. I didn't realize. So to finish it all off, I essentially I was kicked out of the interview 15 minutes early because the guy had scheduled over me somehow. Like, he had another meeting to go to
What the fuck?
in the same time that I was there, and people were constantly coming in and out of the office asking him to go to the meeting. And so I left thinking, I made a good impression, I thought, but this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. As I'm about to leave, he stops me, pulls my shoulder, and says, whoa, dude, hold on a sec. Remember, guy with sunglasses on in the dark. Says,
Yeah.
all right, so like we do a design test, I guess, whenever we have someone in here. So shows me
Fuck
their
that,
a card with their logo. He says, "Can you like make this into a cobra or something?"
I heard about that.
Fucking
And
hate
I
when
left.
people do that shit.
You left, right?
I left, and I emailed him immediately and said, "Thank you so much for your time, but I will not be pursuing this position." And he's asked, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No thanks, I'm good. Yeah, no, that was a nightmare. Happened only a few weeks ago, and it still
Oh,
sticks
shit.
in my mind as this bizarre interview. I'm trying to figure out what was up with the sunglasses.
Maybe he had like cataracts or something.
I mean, I was thinking it was like, I was trying to take the high road here and thinking like, did he just go to an optometrist and he's had his eyes dilated? Not diluted.
You know,
Oklahoma.
sometimes you just can't see the haters if the sunglasses are on.
I mean, I kind of thought that he was just high as shit and he had no idea what was happening. So I
It
Hit or
was-
didn't-
miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
Oh my
Chance
God.
for
sorry.
something to hear.
and we lost a viewer as I rambled about the worst job interview I've ever had.
To be fair, that
No,
viewer
is it-
became
is
one
it
of
like a
our
legit-
people. Hey,
Oh my
Angela.
lord.
Sup, Angela?
We're talking about shitty job interviews that
Hi,
we have.
Angelo.
Hello.
Hello, Angela.
Hello.
My precious son.
Hello.
Oh my god.
That's all I say for the rest. Hello.
That could actually go more into like MLMs and stuff.
Oh,
If you-
somebody please follow up on my story.
Yep.
I'm sure you
quick
have a
thing,
good one.
guys. Quick thing. We are going to be cutting this podcast in a few minutes.
Oh,
Just-
shit.
only because I gotta rush out.
Oh yeah.
I'm
No.
gonna stay on call. I mean, I'm gonna take a break and I'll have my call muted for a little bit. But there's just a lot of we have to start setting things up on the end on our side, or
Okay.
ending stuff on our side. So we can go a few more minutes and then we gotta like do the outro and stuff, and then we can continue talking in private.
Sure,
Okay.
Well, then do you want to do another topic or what?
Oh,
no,
don't-
there's not
don't
enough
be
time for
a
another
There's another
topic.
topic? Okay.
No.
Unless you just switch the topic to all just talk about the end, and then it just ends off like cuts everybody off.
Waiting for the end to come.
Wishing
to
I-
forget the
Hey, here's how we end the podcast. I'm unemployed.
Oh
There you go.
do data entry.
no, you should have just been like, we're still graduates in denial. Just-
Oh,
I'm
no,
just
we
in
can-
denial
You're
at this point.
unemployed,
Forget
you're
being a
usually-
graduate.
I
I'll
thought
always
you were
be
in New
there.
York.
I miss school.
What's up?
Remember, kids, stay in school, pay your loans.
Pull your-
You don't need to go to school. You're gonna be unemployed anyway.
As Ron Swanson told me. No, I'm stop.
Listen, I just know a lot of
Ooh,
people
I'm so sorry.
that
Dylan.
went to college, got a 4-year degree, and are working retail anyway.
Is that one? That one I think is the.
Well, yeah,
USB
because it
3.
always depends on the job market.
Is
I mean, the
it?
job market is shit right now, so.
Oh my
Well,
God.
yeah, because I'm not gonna get into politics, but people messed up a lot of the stuff.
Being missed.
I know that exactly, and it's only getting worse.
Well, I believe that by the time one of us has a child,
Oh,
it'll
maybe
be
have
slightly
an
better.
entry-level
You
job.
probably mean me because I don't.
Are we done streaming then?
No, not yet. We're still alive.
Oh
Hold on.
fuck.
I haven't done
Are
the
we
outro
really
yet.
alive though? The moment we
just
stepped
ranting
into
at
a
this
college,
point.
we should have been dead.
Well, actually, let's just do the outro and then cut it. It's a bit of a tough, rough end because like unexpected having to get out of here kind of end. But
Yeah, I hope
John's
everything's
house is
okay.
on fire.
no, it's not like
We
that.
just hear a fire
Like, we
alarm
have
start
to end
going
the
off.
podcast,
Please
guys.
come in.
I literally half expected it.
Just
Sometimes.
imagine Jonathan's house is on fire and he's like, no, Mom, I gotta end the stream.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in to the Graduates in Denial Twitchcast. This was the first of hopefully many. It's the best way to do a podcast instead of just sitting in a room and recording it ahead of time, so I don't have to fucking edit anything legitimately. Also, I can control the audio levels in real time, which is much easier than doing it in post. Also, live is always good for like changing up stuff and like audience participation and stuff. So we'll do more of these in the future. It'll be good to make up for like lack of gameplay sometimes. It'll be good to just do variety and stuff. Other than
Hey,
that,
now they have something to listen while they do their homework and stuff in the background too.
and
Come on.
or when they need something to fap to, they can hear my sultry, very angry voice.
Oh,
Except you know what? Actually, can we do like a joke ASMR podcast at some point?
You want to do it?
that's
This
what
is
I'm
the
hearing,
Graduates
that's
in
the next-
Denial podcast.
Can we do that?
Janessa wants to do a joke ASMR podcast.
Janessa,
Devin took his
that's the
headphones off, so he
problem.
can't hear anything right now.
Janessa, that's the
Featuring the
secret.
boys of
You're already in one.
But so yeah, thank you all for coming out. Thank you everyone who came into the Discord to talk. I was only really expecting me and Devin, so all these people here has been great. We'll do
I
more of
saw
these.
messages
I'll keep you
coming
guys
in and I was
updated.
like, where is this from?
Fair. Sometime this weekend, I think we're going to do a lyric writing stream, hopefully. I'm going to do a Clanage stream probably Saturday. That's just a rough estimate. We'll see. I should probably edit Undertale. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going to switch to the end screen now. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
I did.
You all said bye as I pressed the end, so I'm going to press the end again.